What is an experience you had at a courthouse that you'll never forget? I was 22 and getting my first speeding ticket dismissed. Nothing major, just paperwork and a small fine. I figured I'd be in and out in 30 minutes. The courthouse was packed that Tuesday morning. People everywhere with folders and lawyers in cheap suits. I took a number and sat down next to this older guy who looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. His hands were shaking as he held this thick manila envelope. Every few minutes, he'd check his watch and mutter something under his breath. The guy was clearly stressed about whatever he was there for. After about an hour, they called his number. He stood up, dropped his envelope, and papers scattered everywhere. Birth certificates, medical records, official-looking documents with government seals. I helped him pick everything up. That's when I saw what was really in that envelope. Adoption papers. Not for a baby, but for a 17-year-old kid named Marcus. The date showed the adoption was happening today. You adopting a teenager? I asked, trying to make conversation. The man's eyes filled up with tears. He's been in foster care for 8 years, bounced between 12 different homes. I've been his social worker for 3 years, and last month I decided I couldn't let him age out of the system alone. He pulled out a photo of this tall, skinny kid with a huge smile. Marcus thinks he's just coming for a routine check-in today. He has no idea I've been working on this for months. Does he want to be adopted? I asked. He stopped asking for a family when he turned 15, the man said. Told me he was too old and too broken for anyone to want him permanently, but I've seen him with my own kids when he visits. He fits right in. Just then, Marcus walked through the courthouse doors. Tall kid, probably 6'2", wearing a wrinkled button-down shirt that was too small for him. He looked around nervously until he spotted his social worker. "Hey, Mr. Davis," Marcus said, walking over. "What's all this paperwork for? Did I mess something up?" Mr. Davis stood up, handed Marcus the envelope, and said, "Open it." Marcus looked confused, but started reading the first document. His face went from confusion to shock to complete disbelief in about 10 seconds. "Is this real?" Marcus whispered. "Are you serious right now?" "I've been your temporary guardian for 6 months," Mr. Davis said. "Today it becomes permanent, if you want it to be." Marcus just stood there holding those papers, tears streaming down his face. The whole waiting room had gotten quiet. Everyone was watching this 17-year-old kid realize he finally had a family. "I thought nobody would want me," Marcus said, his voice cracking. "I'm almost 18. I'm too old for this." "You're never too old to be someone's son," Mr. Davis replied. That's when Marcus dropped the papers and hugged his new dad so hard I thought he might break him. Both of them were crying, and honestly, half the people in that courthouse were tearing up too. The bailiff called them up to see the judge. I watched through the glass window as Marcus officially became part of the Davis family. When the judge signed the final papers, Marcus raised both hands in the air like he just won the lottery. They came out 20 minutes later. Marcus now legally Marcus Davis. Mr. Davis had brought a cake in a cooler, and they cut it right there in the courthouse hallway. Shared pieces with everyone who'd been waiting. "I've got 4 kids now," Mr. Davis announced to the room. "This one just took a little longer to find his way home." Marcus looked at me and said, "3 years ago I was sleeping in my car. Today I've got a family and I'm going to college next year." Mr. Davis made sure of that too. I never did get my speeding ticket handled that day. Spent 4 hours watching a broken system actually work for once. Watching a man turn his job into something bigger than paperwork. On my way out, I saw Marcus and his new dad loading up a minivan with balloons tied to the antenna. Through the back window, I could see 3 other kids cheering and holding up a banner that said, "Welcome home, Marcus."